Kachai A Chat. Kachai A Chat. Where stories unfold. 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. every Sunday with Rugged Made on StreamUG Radio.
Yes, sir. Welcome to Kachai A Chat. My name is Rugged Made. Time right now is exactly 7 minutes past the hour of 7 p.m. I am on this episode of Kachai A Chat. I am with a gentleman who identifies as a ninja. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the one, the only, creative, extraordinaire, Joel Murungi.
Yeah! Crowd goes wild.
Joel for president, man.
I feel like I should wake up every morning to that to that intro. Like my life would be good.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
So a ninja is a person who is skilled in the Japanese art of ninjutsu.
Yes.
Yeah. Does you identify as a creative ninja?
Yes.
Does that have anything to do with ninjutsu? And
I don't think my UPE covered ninjutsu.
UPE.
After I passed my UPE.
Yeah.
Yes, and don't we believe a ninja is someone who gets the work done in silence?
Yes.
Isn't that like one of our biggest things of our jojob, our KPI?
Yes. Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah, you deliver, you execute literally, and then you sit back and
And basically, that's it. Executioners. That's the word. Executioners.
Yeah.
And at the highest level of execution. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight on Kachai A Chat, I sit down with the most quietly, like he said, influential minds shaping Uganda's creative and advertising space, Mr. Joel Murungi. Joel is a true creative ninja. That is not just a catchy title, it's a lifestyle. Joel has built a reputation for being the man behind some of the most compelling ideas and brand campaigns in East Africa with roots in advertising and storytelling. He has honed his craft through years of experience, including a stint at JWT Uganda, one of the country's leading creative agencies. And that's not all. I know he has been at JWT. He has been at Metro, Metropolitan. Yeah, Metropolitan Republic. He has been at Zeus. He has been at Livewire.
Liveworks, yeah.
Liveworks. What am I missing?
It's a long list.
We'll get to it. Joel's creative journey is marked by curiosity, collaboration, and courage. A deep understanding that creativity isn't just about making things look or sound good, but about connecting with people, moving culture, and sparking conversation. From strategy rooms to storyboards, he has helped brands and artists alike find their voice in an increasingly noisy world. Beyond the boardroom, Joel is part of a new generation of Ugandan creatives, redefining what it means to build and sustain a career in the creative economy, fusing art, business, and community impact. Tonight, we are going beyond the ads into the mind of the man behind the magic. We'll talk about his creative beginnings, the evolution of Uganda's advertising landscape, and what it takes to survive and thrive as a creative today, and how storytelling can shape the next generation of African brands and artists. So grab your Kachai A Chat, lean back, and tune in, because tonight's stories unfold with Joel Murungi, the creative ninja himself, right here on Kachai A Chat. I'm not gonna lie. There was a little bit of chat GPT in there.
Do you know the number one tail for Chat GPT?
The number one diss?
The number one tail for Chat GPT written script?
The dash.
There are two now.
The dash.
First it's the dash, and then there's this thing that is this country is not just beautiful. It's also once you see that just
it's not just so you can tell. Yeah.
I mean, so. it's my profession. So I always get to know, and then that's what hurts me when someone else calls you out for using chat. I'm like, no, actually, I'm the guy who calls out for using chat.
Thank you. I tell creatives, like, man, you have to embrace it. I mean, of course, it won't take away the human, the human element, the emotive, but then it makes our life simpler. Because now, like, there's a lot. I look through your LinkedIn. Hopefully, tomorrow you'll go and see, Godwin looked at your profile.
Don't I have to upgrade to know that?
No. Nowadays, you can tell you, Godwin just looks at your profile. Like, what was he looking for? Scouting the competition. Yeah. But I went to your LinkedIn and there wasn't much really.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I put up something. Then I put it in ChatGPT. I'm like, refine this, and this is what they brought, man. And I think it's very compelling because it really talks about, you know, like what you're passionate about, the things that you are passionate about. So let's get into it. Let's get straight into it. Who is Joel Murungi?
Man, that's an answer that even ChatGPT can't really articulate properly.
I know.
I'm a wandering mind, wandering soul. Creative first, creative always, and then the rest comes after that. Creative, family man, and the rest comes after that. Been doing this for a time. I've been copywriting for about 8 years, but I've been in advertising industry for about 12, 13.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Big up. Once you've reached the decade mark, you're now like at consultant level.
Yeah.
You know,
in other places. Well, I was making a joke with some friend of mine. Like, how does someone put up all these places they work and currently work on LinkedIn, and they still have that kabaj of available for work? I'm like, don't you have a contract?
you know, roving mind. I like that, roving mind.
Yeah.
A mind that wanders. A man who lives in his head. You're always like conjuring up stuff.
True.
You're always like imagining, you know, and I think that's a roving mind is the fundamental of being a creative.
Yeah.
If your mind doesn't wander, if you don't have movies in your mind playing, if you don't have like, man, Azawi should have made this song like this, man, I have like the perfect collabo, it would be Venka and Beyonce. If you don't have those, like, then I think like you.
And till this day, that's like my number one advice to all these guys of how do I get into copywriting, how do I get into writing, but like for commercial and everything. It's the same way I got in. It's the same way I walked into Metro and you know, Joe Muvumba and you know, Jeff and them just said, hey.
Joe Muvumba is Jocelyn.
Yeah, Josephine. Yes,
Josephine Muvumba. That's the CEO at Metropolitan.
Yes. Phenomenal woman. I call her my work mom. You know, in so many ways. But yeah, so I came in. I was on the media desk.
Yeah.
And I had a few complaints about how the work should look like and etc. And then she introduced me to this thing called spec ads.
Okay.
And so spec ads is basically, I don't care what your CV says. I don't care where you worked. I don't care what job you do. I don't care which schools you went to. Show me your mind. And so the first spec ad I ever did actually wasn't Joe's. It was my first job, my first gig ever. Shout outs to, you know, I was actually with him yesterday. Shout outs to Shadrach Kutesa, Platinum.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it wasn't the first time I'd seen him, but I told him like at a much younger age that I don't know what you're doing in this thing, but I want to be part of it. Yeah. You have Keko, you have Ramadaba, you have GNL, you have everybody. I'm like, I want to be part of this thing. Yeah. And of course I was a kid when he shooed me away, as he should have. Yeah. But later when I came back, again, that was my first proposal and my first, I would call it my spec ad, but my first proposal. So I went back to this same guy who had shooed me away like a year or two later before, and I had a Tusker Tonics tour, because at the time I was managing Tonics, and I prepared my proposal. Why Tusker?
You were the one
tour.
managing Tonics.
No, he was managing.
Oh, he was
managing everybody. Yeah.
Okay.
So I prepared my proposal, why it works, and this was like, you know, Form 6 VAC, or even before the actual VAC of it all. And then he just asked me, where do you stay? What's your name? Who's your give me the details of your people. You understand? How much transport do you need to go back home? That's it. Then that's how I got my first job. And so when I came to advertising, I knew that angle of people don't really care about just you studied. Just show them what you can do.
No, exactly.
So I'm in media. The creative does the creative. They send to media for us to media buy. Book. This is radio mentions. This is adverts and everything. So I'm just sending back the radio mention in my own version, but to the CD only, like a blind system.
So like I think like instead of saying this,
I could have done
like in Uganda we don't talk like this.
Exactly. So she calls me in and she's like, dude, who are you? Why? And I give her a thing. She's like, all right, cool. Show me how you think. Now the spec ad, and for any creative out there who's, you know, asking about it and like wants to know what it is, the spec ad is just saying, this is what MTN did. This is what I could have done with this exact same. You understand? Same campaign name, same promotion.
So you get basically like, let's say, a campaign.
Yeah.
And you say like, okay, this is what the direction you guys took. If I was to approach it, this is my approach.
Yeah. So I think it's called speculative ad. So it's spec ad. I did that for like a week, and as I was still working in media, and this chick called me and she's like, "Alright, cool, there's something here," and she fought for me then, and has fought for me ever since until now. Yeah.
Wow. Big up to Joe. I don't know why I call her Josephine.
Yeah, she's Josephine. Everyone calls her Joe.
Joe, yeah. Big up to Joe. Joe Mulumba. I've met her once or twice. I think at the awards, and yeah. David Galkandi from QG told me like, man, if you ever become a copywriter like she is, you're destined for bigger things. And I'm like, wow, no pressure, right? But pretty much I think how I got into advertising, like music. I love writing music. Like writing raps is my thing.
I know. Right.
All right. Right.
There are receipts to that one.
Yeah. Writing raps is my thing. So like
not writing raps.
No, like just music.
No, writing bars.
Is my thing.
Bars.
So you know like how you get at this point and you're like, man, like yes, but what else can I do besides music, right?
Yeah.
I got my mixtape and went to see this creative director called Khan at Fidelity.
The Khan,
the famous Khan. The Khan who will tell you, man, this copy is trash. It's not going on my artwork.
But also in the most polite way possible.
Oh yeah. At that time he was an a-hole. So shout out to Khan. So I went with my CD and I'm like, man, if I can write these songs, I'm sure I can write ads. And he's like, okay. I'm like, all right. And he gave me a brief. He's like, so there's this Mogas. They want to make a thematic campaign. Come up with a campaign name and some copy and just some copy for the KVs. I even didn't know what KVs at that time.
You know those words, eh?
Yeah, you get what are KVs? And the guy's like, that's you have Google
these things.
Exactly. So man, for the next 2 days, I'm checking out what KVs mean. I'm looking at ads of the world and stuff like that. The fundamentals of writing.
But you see how you had to go through the fundamentals?
Yes.
We'll get back to that because because nowadays the kids don't know the fundamentals and it's changing a lot. Yeah.
Exactly.
But carry on. Yeah.
So I come up with a campaign name and like a little copy for the KVs, right? The key visual, the master visual, the one that can translate to anything from a billboard to your newspaper ads to your digital. And then I took it back to him. And it's like, yeah, this is pretty dope. You begin internship tomorrow.
Yeah. So you see, your CV.
This the catch.
Yeah.
I when I left Fidelity in Bugorobi, I had never done a job interview before. I'm feeling like I'm feverish. My temperature is high. So I go to the clinic and I'm like, man, I'm feeling sick. I have like malaria. They're like, no, you don't have malaria. They tested for it. And then they just gave me vitamin E and told me, go home. You just cool down.
Yeah. Just super excited.
Yeah.
Did you sleep in the clothes for tomorrow? As they all do?
And I tucked in, went to the agency.
And they're like, we don't do that here.
Like,
I know that feeling.
You get like, what are you doing?
Bro, I walked into Metro with a checked shirt and khaki, man. I was representing my people. Like, no. But like, what I was going to say is, your story and my story show you that sometimes nobody cares about the CV. It's what you can do, and if you can show them what you can do, some processes are bypassed. It's just you have the job. You understand? Like the trust is there, based on what you can do. And then there's a lot of kids. I say kids, but you get the point. A lot of people younger than us nowadays who there's this entitlement of, I've been here for a year, I'm not feeling it, and
come on,
we had to, literally beg to go in some places and then fight our way to stay in these places.
Exactly.
I remember my first Was it a pitch? My first brief. Just finally came from media. I've been allowed to join creative.
You know, like in that little creative.
In like a box.
Yeah.
I'm in like a box. I'm in like a box, man. We're supposed to think outside the box, but not this time.
Exactly.
So in the
designers
box.
and all that.
And they give me the brief, and I'm like, are you guys sure about this brief? They're like, why are you saying, are we sure? Yeah, of course. Do the brief. Can't you do it? I'm like, no, I can do it. So same thing. Come up with a whole campaign. I'll come up with a whole campaign because Pornhub is launching in Uganda. And I was like, damn, this is a challenge. And trust, I wrote those lines. It's time for us to rise.
Was this
It was a haze. It was a hazing.
Whoa! Like basically like just imaginative campaign.
Yeah. No. For the brief really existed. There were actual numbers put on the brief.
But was Pornhub going to launch in Uganda?
When I found out later, no. But for one whole week, they were just coming and saying, is the boy ready? Like even the fear of it all. I wrote KVs, I wrote a radio, I wrote
TV.
Pornhub launches in Uganda. And so I sent it to my CD and it's like amazing stuff. We presented the whole team. And then I had to do a presentation.
But I like that it's time to rise.
So I had a bunch of those lines.
Go hard or go home.
Go to Boobiu. Like there's a lot of stuff there. And I was so proud of myself. And then I do my presentation and it's done. They all clap and they're laughing in a maniacal way. And I realized, oh shit.
Some of the best campaigns, let's put it out there. The best advertising campaigns are humor.
Yeah.
That's why MTN looks for humor. Sorry. Telecoms look for humor.
Yeah.
Uganda is a very we laugh at everything.
Yeah.
We laugh at our pain. We laugh at Uganda is a happy-go-lucky country.
And when you say some of the best campaigns are humor, it's a half and half. It's not about the idea. There's no template for best campaigns, but it goes back to best insights. And now insights are driven by where you stay more than anything else, because it's not your insight. Yeah. It's an insight for your market, your audience, and your country, etc. For a fact, Thailand ads are not funny. They are sad, but they've always been winning that category. So when a Thai ad goes sad, man, it's going to take 10 minutes and it's going to be a big ad, going to be paid for, because their country is big on like the original K movies place, like the original sad movie thing. So it's in them.
Look at the kid with the elephant.
Exactly. Yeah. Whereas us, we don't take anything that serious. So
thank you.
You have to talk to them on that level.
In your what I put out there for social media, I should have put like we are anthropologists as well. To be a good ad man, to thrive in Ugandan advertising or advertising anywhere, you have to understand the society.
Yeah.
You have to understand culture.
Yeah.
Once you understand culture, then you'll understand perception. Then once you understand that perception, you can know how to switch the perception.
Yeah.
You understand me?
Or at least play with it properly.
Or like mold it.
Mold it to your
tune it. Yeah, tune it to wherever you want it to go. So that's the thing. I think people with the insights, you can't be in a box and say, oh man, I don't really talk to border guys.
Exactly.
You understand?
Exactly.
I don't go downtown. Like a roving mind is that mind that is very curious. And once you're curious about your surroundings, you'll understand the people.
Yeah. There was a time when we would do ads and have brainstorm sessions. We had bar brainstorm sessions. We had normal brainstorm sessions. But we reached a point where we realized if we want to talk to people, there's that famous Ogilvy line of like, don't talk to people like they're stupid. One of them could be your wife and she's stupid. Like, you understand? So we kept on knowing that we're talking to people of substance and they have to buy this product. So there was a time frame given for you to understand that, to crack that, the nuances, and then come up with a direct comms. Over time, the timelines given to that process have been reduced.
Because nowadays, like, man, they want it when? Yesterday.
They want it yesterday.
Yeah.
And it still has to be amazing. It still have to have a big idea. It still has to be cracked. And you're like, okay, we can still do all these things. But I guarantee if you had given us the 2 days or the one, like the proper huddle that we used to, things would be different. And that's one of the things that I worry about, especially with the upcomers.
Yeah.
Like, please spare some time to know your surroundings, to know your insights, and stand on business when they come when they ask you where does this come from.
That's it. And as a creative, like you're not like a boardroom creative. You know, like you have to be, for lack of a better word, on ground.
Yeah, very much. Yeah.
Where did you grow up?
Interesting. So I was born. Was I born there? Who knows? I was born and raised in around Nakasero. Found myself in. We found ourselves in Bukoto, and that's when the adult Joel began moving. At a very young age, I left home at around like literally in my Form 6 vac, and then I moved.
All right. Well, before we get to that, you went to Kampala schools.
Oh, yeah. This is the part I've been dreading. I've had a few interviews, and it's always a long list.
Wow, you're those kids who just go chuck sparks. So bad boy, it's okay.
Here's a funny thing, and you can ask my parents and everything, and ask my sisters. I was never sparked. Goes back to the roving mind theory. I was just curious.
Why you misunderstood as a kid?
Exactly. So let me give you an example, like why I'm giving one expulsion or one don't come back. We're doing end of term, so end of year, Form 2. And by next term, we're dropping about six subjects. Remember, those like agriculture.
So this is Form 2, you're going to Form 3.
Exactly, right? So I'm done with the whole year of pushing, and I've done my best. ETC, I've been a good boy, and I just don't want to do. Why would I do a Greek and fail it when I'm going to drop it next year? You told me I'll drop it next year.
Yeah.
So, for example, that's one example. Another example would be like, I would be asking the guys of like, hey, if she can keep her hair, if I can guarantee I can keep mine combed and and they're like, no, we just don't try it. I'm like, but what? Like, I had so many whys.
What's the reason behind that?
Exactly.
Try to make me understand.
And I was just doing that in different schools. And once you're a bit new to them, they're like, he's troublesome. I'm like, no, just have a genuine question. Like, if I can do it like this, can we do this?
Where we're from, people like you are called wiseacres.
Yes, because they thought I was trying to be special. I'm like, nope, it's just me. I just want this like this.
I hear you.
Yeah. I once went to a school and asked them. Hindsight, this was dumb, but I went to school because this was Form 1. I went to school and I'm like, hey, I don't think I like your level of food. Help me help you.
For real.
Yeah.
Can you offer me think like on Wednesdays you guys put like rice?
No, I was also going to provide my own food. I was like, how much do you need?
For real.
Help me help you. They're like this. The insults of this boy.
Yeah, like, man, the cockiness.
And I was just being general. I was like, hey, maybe I can help. I can tell my parents, like, we can figure it out.
For real, you really told the HM, like, for us,
no, I told
like, we have a whole farm of rice. What do you need?
And no, it wasn't even just that. It was, and fun fact, it wasn't just me complaining. I was just the one who stood up for the rest. And then
Crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, Joel Murungi, extraordinary creative, and he's right here on Kachai A Chat. Time right now is 29 minutes past the hour of 7 p.m. We're on StreamUG Radio, your life, your music. There's going to be a lot of English. If I correct my mogos, I know he's going to correct me because he's a writer. He's a writer like that. When did the creative bug bite? And what was it?
It's always been in me.
Innate.
It's always been innate, within me.
Yeah.
The reading. So there was a time when
I thought so.
Yeah, so there was a time when we used to do the load sheddings where it was always
today there's power.
Half.
Tomorrow there's no power.
Exactly. And my dad was like, I got like 3-4 kids in the house. Like, we're not doing this. I'm not giving them entertainment every single day. So he's been a big reader. He reads all the big novels, right? The Dan Browns, the Grishams, and all that stuff.
Wow.
But they were his.
No man. So shout out to Pops for being a reader.
It's a big one. Yeah. So he was like, this. All of you come. You read the chapter, basically keep them busy as a load shedding happens. When you come back, just to tease you or test you, be like, so so you just found yourself learning how to read big scale stuff. Then I went to school and I found myself now digging deep into, because now it's your time. You can choose when to and how to. Yeah. I wasn't naturally good at literature. Till this day, someone tells me, what's wrong with this sentence? And I can tell you what's wrong with it, but I can't explain to you that this is an nerve reference, this is a oxymoron. So that just became part of it. Yeah.
That were negatives.
Exactly. I can spot those niggas, but I cannot tell you what they're called.
Like I don't know what I don't know what it's called, but you see me, I would have written it like
exactly. This. So that became just part of it. Yeah.
Practical creative.
A level comes means nothing. music-wise as well. That's also why I was with Shadrach, because I could always finish people's lyrics.
Wow.
Even, like he's gonna rhyme that with this, he's gonna rhyme that with that. So I figured I was gonna be a musician. I just figured that was it. I did one song that didn't. I did one song that is somewhere out there.
Can we look for it?
No, you could try
on YouTube.
You could try.
Is it out there on YouTube?
You could try. But my most high school musically was being the what they call that guy, the guy who plays the beats on the table.
The beat, the producer.
The producer, yeah. So my most biggest musical achievement was being the producer, the first producer for Chief. Yeah, because it was the same thing. We
you're in the same school as Chief. Yeah?
Yes,
Chief Klansman.
Yes. I think that is now where I can claim my whole rap ended, providing beats on the desk. But because of that, I always knew words were a thing for me, and so I was really sad when I couldn't really put them in rhyme, like rapping. Then I was like, I'll be a songwriter. I hollered at the best songwriters at that time, who were good friends of mine, Ray Signature, Irene Intale, and I was like, hey, help me out. How do you guys write songs?
Ray Signature. And
the weird thing is, when I sit down with the guy and I'm like, I'm ready, he's like, okay, now what's in music? We don't really do the rhyming. I'm like, that's my whole thing. And he's like, no, the other thing where they know which word to repeat. It doesn't have to be the right word. It's just there's a way they write in a different version.
Yeah.
And it took me a while to realize maybe this is also not my thing.
Yeah.
Their hook is more important than the
and that's
cleanliness.
One thing. That's one thing like rappers don't get. Like in Uganda especially, I tell rappers, like it's a very few people care about your 16 bars.
I know. That's what made party after party.
Thank you.
The whole thing.
Guys just want the party after party after party after party. Like don't make it too complex.
But we can't help ourselves. You understand? I wrote so many choruses. I send them to Ray, and he's like, this won't fly. And I'm like, but so.
Do you know, like also in advertising, there's some what are they called? Sectors.
Yes.
That I find a little too, like, I wrote for a hotel.
Yeah.
For 5 years. Yeah. This hotel was like high end. It's high end, top shelf.
Yes.
Yeah. And it was always about come experience the novelty of fine dining. And I always felt like, man, this is like too much kazungu. As opposed to,
come we eat.
Thank you. You get it? I was like, isn't there like somewhere we can like tone it down? Like, no, like know your target audience. All right.
Yeah.
But now when you're working on like some sectors, especially banks is something else.
Yeah.
Banks is also, man, top tier financial services, reaching the unbanked. I'm like, even your customers don't speak like that.
And the funny thing about that is, I am seeing the change in that, and I'm happy about that change because it came from SA, and then Kenya, then it's coming to Uganda, where people got to realize, hold on, even the top tier want to speak as an everyday person.
Thank you.
We currently have an ad running for a company that is selling a burger with Uncle Mo, and there's a billboard on my road where I stay in Gayaza, and the whole billboard is it's a burger, and the line just says "Inawa wa wa." That's it. Whole billboard.
Inawa.
There's no version you could tell me about how beautiful that burger is that would replace the feeling I get when I see that line.
Exactly.
So banks are trying. Vibe life. We're trying, but it's still like premium.
Yeah.
But we realized if you're a mass market brand, you gotta have to accept that. Hotels, maybe not. But if you're a mass market brand, at some point, you're gonna have to speak omuntu wa bulijjo. Not omuntu wa wansi. That's the difference. Yeah.
Omuntu wa everyday people.
Yeah.
Everyday people in every and the fact is, like we are like a millennial / Gen Z country.
Yes, we really are.
Like we spoke a lot of slang growing up.
Yes.
You understand? Even our English is like spoiled with slang.
Yeah.
You understand? So brands also have to know. Brands is like people. At the end of the day, it's people at the core.
Yeah. And
it's not consumers. It's people.
You tell me that your brand doesn't do not English or Luganda, Luglish. That's the whole thing. That's the only way you're talking to this particular person. So if you're telling me about what they call him, Sky Points when you're flying this airline, I'm like, man, go English all the way. This guy is But if you're asking me to buy 2K of airtime, like if you ask me to do stuff like that, I'm like, I have to talk, gutter war, corner. Like I have to bring it into these conversations. Otherwise, your message will be beautiful, but it will be left hanging. And that's the thing about, that's the copywriter's part.
True.
Again, we have a lot of new copywriters in different industries based on ChatGPT.
True.
Yeah. True. Every time they send it, they send the work back being like, hey, I did this by myself. You're like, yeah, but you see,
there's something missing.
There's something missing, and that thing is the reason what makes copywriters. You understand?
Yes.
Obviously, I think someone from where you work just penned something on Instagram saying writers are the most abused in this industry because of that thing. Because everyone plays with words. Like, no, I can say it.
Yeah, wordplay is universal.
Exactly.
But see the
insights,
the understanding. It's like what we do is get people to love these brands.
Yeah.
How do you get a person to love a brand? It's persuasion. And persuasion,
continuous persuasion.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's just talking to the guy in his language. Of course, you have to make the guy feel good.
Yeah.
You understand? But you have to have like that knowing, that insight. Like, what do I know about Joe? He paces when he's thinking. So how do I tap?
How'd you know that?
I saw you. So I'm like, so how do we tap into that? So there you go. Like once you find that unique thing about someone, it's always like a gateway for you to communicate.
The sweet spot, yeah.
Yes, the sweet spot. That's the word.
And I think most brands will always look for it. And once you find it, magic.
Yes, sir.
Because once you find it, any other comms that go with that will be understood. We do this all the time during campaigns where the big idea will be the sweet spot that goes everywhere, but that's just for one campaign.
Yes,
but
sir.
the brand needs more than that. So the brand needs a real communication with the client, with the customer. And once you find the sweet spot of what they want to say, what they want to hear, two case studies.
Give me one.
Not from here, but from our neighbors across. KCB. When KCB Kenya began posting memes, there was uproar. They're like, hey, man, this is a serious people's bank. Why you post? And they're posting memes about brokenness in January, like February, February heartbreaks. Like but it's a bank, right? And there was some pushback internally, but it didn't take long for the proof was in the pudding. The people were just engaging with the page, and it's been a few years of that, but now KCB has found a way of still being a fancy bank, but when it comes to communication, general public communication,
they know how to talk to.
They talk to us. Yeah. They are joking, they are miming, it's everything. Yeah. So that's just an example of when you just say, we're going to go this direction, and you really do find your sweet spot.
No doubt.
Shout out to, of course, KFC Uganda for also trying to do that a lot,
I like the way KFC like communicates.
Yeah.
Like there was that the thing Rionga rapped about.
Yes.
What is that?
Streetwise. Yeah.
Streetwise.
Yeah.
So what does streetwise mean? Like waking up in the morning, getting on my grind, going out, working, and how do I reward myself? With like a KFC somewhere in there.
Exactly.
And that's what we do. Like when you get some money, KFC is not like something you eat every day, right? But just like as a little reward to yourself.
There's a reason why I think KFC is now like 13 locations or something. Because they know Ugandans love to reward themselves.
Yeah, like a little reward. Even like a border guy will be like, man, hey man, that's cool. Let me just go and get like a street. You understand, right?
Exactly. And beautiful insight. And then it came to a good team, and they just knocked it out of the park.
Ladies and gentlemen, Joel Murungi, quiet, influential mind shaping Uganda's creative and advertising space. Joe, safe to say you are the one who worked on that KFC.
No. I have worked on KFC before. I was at the beginning of that campaign, and then I had to move somewhere.
You had to move.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, Ryong, thank him for doing that, and I've tried my best. Not tried like I've suffered. No, but I'm excited to see these industries merge. My dream job was to do A&R in an agency. Yeah, I wanted to just be the guy who manages artists for agencies, because I was like, this is. I had
Abasa here about I think 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
And yeah, he's like, man, guys don't know, but the A&R is the person who either makes the artist or breaks them.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yes.
Where like, man, the artist like, man, the artist tells you, I'm feeling this beat, and you're like, nope, stay far away from that beat.
And also, I want to look like this. The NR says, no, you're going to look like this for 5 years.
Yep, like stop wearing those suits. Stop wearing those suits right now. We're going to wear mini skirts.
And it's just that. For example, I don't know if this is a trade secret, but that there's a reason why, and again, Abasa is where he is. That same place where Abasa is, there's a reason why they
at Swangs, you mean?
Yes, they manufacture a brand. So there's an artist and there's a brand, and there's two move together.
Yeah.
So yes, what's his name? Kitaka's style looks funny to you, but it has been thoroughly discussed.
But it's intentional.
Yes,
it's
like
intentional.
That's the point. I want you to talk about it. But how, what, etc. You know.
I was talking to someone from Swangs, and she's born again, and she's head of their client service. And she's like, man, I like this song by Chitaka and Karukasita. And she's like, from the get-go, the guy just starts like, man, you just know it's like a sexual innuendos.
Yes.
I want to enter inside of you. And it's like, but that's how we are positioning him. You know, position, like the way we position brands is the way also artists need to be positioned. Yeah. Ruyonga he's my friend. He is my buddy. Don't get me wrong. Like Ru, shout out. Ru hasn't yet figured out how to position himself. Is he a conscious artist? Is he a battle artist? Is he a Christian? Is he a rapper? Ru is like Navio. Navio is now like statesman, OG rapper, family man.
Navio's milking that his image now.
He's now like very intentional about who he wants to be perceived as. Myth, lyricist. You understand? Lyricist. Ruyonga, we're like, okay, are you born again? Are you a Christian rapper? Are you a battle rapper? You know?
I think Ruyonga went through something, creatives go through, the burden of brilliance.
Yes.
Where you don't know how to use it.
The cost of an artist.
Yes. And then the people who will tell you how to use it, and it won't be the right direction. Yeah. Ruyonga has always, once you're that good, you're that Ruyonga, you will have a stint where someone will use you for a year doing something else. You have a stint where you're saying, no, I think it's time for me to be a battle artist. You have a stint. And I think there's also been a lot of that. And he talks about it whereby he's like, I think I wasted some time here. And I believe where he's reached right now, he's on that thing of like, this is it. When the short clips started coming, the short things.
Those what do you call them? Those little
challenges of verses he was doing.
Yeah.
So you see, that was his way of getting out of
the bubble.
And it worked because the challenges led to a few other things that came in and etc. It's hard to position yourself as one thing when you're actually still trying to get the bag, because this is music. You understand?
True.
You cannot just
True. Speaking of which, tangible commodities are easy to package. Music is like an emotive. It's very emotional. The way you perceive music is not the way I perceive music. The way I listen to a song is not the way you listen to a song. You will listen to a song and it will remind you of your heartbreak. I'll listen to a song and be like, man, guy kabanyo.
Yeah, true.
You understand, right? So music is a very like emotional product. Now let's talk about the tangible product. Consistency. Mercedes-Benz is known for what?
Of engine and that cleanliness and clarity.
Elegance, right? A Volvo.
Let me see. Volvo. Engine?
Safety.
They pride money.
They pride themselves in safety.
Yes.
BMW speed. Yeah. Ferrari speed, but also performance.
Actually,
Now, consistency. Do you think consistency is a good thing, or like brands have to evolve at a certain point? Where you're like, okay, now I know you know us for safety, but now since we are stepping into like this whole eco-friendliness, we are going with hybridity and green. Yeah.
I mean, let's not forget the horrible rebrand of Jaguar. But there has to be some evolving. Best example is, we do these things where we meet, discuss the brands of the year and how we're going to approach them, especially with our beer clients. And I'm shocked. Not shocked. Now I'm used to it. Pilsner is the leading beer from that company for the 7 years. We reached a place where we're asking them, how can we make Pilsner? Why do we need to make Pilsner better? Why do they need an advert? Yeah, they're the best. But that's the thing. It's not just the bestness. People have to have a new reason to fall in love with this again. Yeah. Just because the same chaps are drinking the same thing with volume. What about when those guys drop? What happens? I've seen that with beers. I've seen that with spirits. I've seen that with. What's this? That joke we say, the Chapambalasi guy.
Yeah,
you understand? If someone comes and just flips that guy over, he's done. You understand? So
Vic Skingo
guys, you're like, yeah, thanks for being the. Even the geisha we trust still has to keep on.
Oh my God!
Reinventing itself.
Thank you. Not Chapambalasi. There's this thing in the small thing.
Content they rub.
The rub.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you know what guys go and call it in shops? Pomuyindi. You get it? Because it has an Indian. It has an Indian.
Yes, I know that guy.
I'm like, the day they take off that Indian, I don't know. Guys don't know what it's called, but they call it muyindi.
I've actually been. I know this for a fact because I met him in a shop. I see it happening. You made a brand endorsement with someone, but now no one knows the name of the company. They only ask. Nyagara spicy or Rema?
Where are they? Thank you. I just found out. I don't know if it's Laket or Yaket.
Yaket.
It's Yaket.
Yeah.
Or what? Spice. That's what we call it.
So is that a good thing or a bad thing for the brand?
Because it's once spice gets onto some other water.
Yeah, yeah. Complicated. Yeah.
Yeah. No, but she can't even move to some other water because now it will.
I think the Hema and Rema made sense because they're trying to find that thing that's a bit next to each other.
Yeah.
But then
a little rhyme.
A little rhyme in
there.
But so all these girls have one of those bottles, and I'm like, yo, get your money. But yeah, so there's a time we were working for a chicken company, and they have the packed chicken and all that stuff, and
like your cook one
of those ones, yeah. And we offered our people why they should be the best influencers. They have families, they do events, they do and most especially we're like, these are the people, the influencers that you will grow with. Because again, there's that thing about brand believability. And then you hear also, and you're like, yeah, I want this chick. Why? She has followers. Like, yeah, but which followers?
Is she akin to your brand?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, nah, they're all just billboards. I'm like, no, one could be a billboard for sure. The other could actually be part of your brand if you just let it simmer and grow with it. So there's also that.
Brands are always looking for numbers, or they're looking for clout. A government agency will come and tell you, like, we want Uncle Mo.
Yes.
And I'm like, yo, like Uncle Mo has parameters to him.
Yeah.
Like, Uncle Mo can't tell people about health. How does even Uncle Mo begin? By the way, did you know malaria kills 6 million kids?
But he has done malaria ads.
I know, right?
No, but I'm here.
But you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not every influencer. You have to find an influencer who is synonymous with a brand. That's what I feel.
If I'm doing a health symposium, and this happened recently, working with one of those agricultural startup situations, and we had the chance to go and ask every influencer to, hey, make us trend. And we're like, yeah, we could do that, but because to get that exact same money, give it to the 3-4 people who the whole country knows for liking these things, and just keep on pushing, and we still trended, but we were led by the right people. And then have your macro influencers ready to